It seemed really slow.
Let's go. Should we go?
Yeah.
Welcome to Pure Muscle Radio. Today as a guest, we have my friend Jujimufu. Yeah, so hi Juji.
Oh,
How's it going?
it's
good?
It's good. I miss
you-
you guys. I'm going to visit you in a couple weeks or a month or however many weeks is a month.
We need to have more loud, less louder. Can we just bring the laptop closer?
Tell him
The whole thing
tell him to
closer?
speak up to the thing closer, maybe. Can you speak closer to the mic, whatever you have there? Whatever
Me?
it is you have?
I have headphones on.
Oh, it's headset, okay.
Oh, is the headset on? Should we just give it a shot?
Maybe just bring the laptop closer to you
just
guys
speak,
and turn up the
speak
volume.
louder and don't yell, but
Speak
hello.
louder.
So we can't like put that like right here, and then there's like a springy thing. You want to use that help, Laura? Like do the maximum until like it stretches out and barely holding on.
That's what we all try to do, but it doesn't always work that way.
For a straight fit.
No matter how much I stretch out, it never gets.
More, baby, that's
What
it.
are you guys talking about?
The cord.
Like then even grab the, just pull the laptop
Just
on
pull
the
it
edge.
right out.
See, this could
On
be
the edge.
This could be a good podcast.
Just keep pulling it, man. You're about to fall off the edge of the table, Juji.
Like that?
You're on the brink of
No,
suicide.
Laura. What if we get closer?
No, I don't think it's gonna help.
Yeah,
The sound
all
is the
this
sound.
It's got to be English.
Okay.
English
So we have to make sure that what Juju talks, we're like,
Yeah.
okay, so let's
oh, yeah.
let's give
Well,
it
this
another
is
shot.
This is me speaking in a loud voice. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is me speaking in a softer voice. Can you hear this?
Should we just turn off the music?
Will you have music playing? What the fuck?
No, I legit.
it
You should be recording all this.
Call Valerie.
This could be the podcast itself.
This.
That
Behind the
could be
scenes, this is
that could be a
the
preview. A preview.
Bloopers.
Did they ever get it going? No.
The podcast that never
The end of
happened, but
The
kind
podcast
of
is us
did.
starting the podcast. Welcome.
Let's get started. Okay, what's all time we had?
Tu peux tourner la musique à off totalement? On a misère à l'entendre.
Santana.
Totalement. Turn that shit off.
Tabarnak!
Ben, mets le volume au minimum. Parce qu'il faut pas, on a la misère par le podcast, on l'entend pas, quoi. On manque un speaker, genre. Can we put some towels on it? Maybe the
What is it?
blanket?
Nick is fire.
No,
It's like a security-
the blanket, you know, in the bin is like a blanket. Sorry, Juji, like it's I know.
Let's turn the
Usually,
power.
we
funny.
usually have headphones, but we don't have three headphones.
I'm with Mike on this. This should be the podcast. Or was it Frank who
better.
said that?
Actually, it was
Okay,
What, is it better? What did you do? Did you throw a towel on?
we put a blanket over this thing on the side. All right, okay, let's go.
Smoke's coming out.
Oh, God.
I was thinking we just keep all that in. We were just. Why start again? We're on a
We'll
roll.
put it at the end or something, right?
Okay, guys,
Leave it at the start.
guys, we are doing a podcast. It's called Pure Muscle Radio. And Mike, you were on a strikes, but
Yeah.
I got him to
I refused to do the show until I got more HD black.
yeah, so I get this to PhD Black because
The hell
he was a big baby. So we got Frank on the podcast now. He's going to be a host, co-hosting with me and Mike. So, but the guest today, this is the special guest. He's a special friend of mine. He's one of my best friends, Jujimufu.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on your podcast.
Well, he's got seniority. What can I say?
So what's the lineup here? Is like who's number two?
Don't even say it because you're just gonna cause a problem.
I'm number one,
Hey,
Frank.
you
I'm number
can say-
one.
you can say Mike because you got to train with him.
Yeah, Mike.
Okay.
All right, Mike. Mike is just the scariest guy. Okay, so Juji, we're gonna talk a little bit about bodybuilding. You like that? You like bodybuilding?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing right now.
Yeah, you sound excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna do. Tell us about the shows you're doing now.
It's just one right now. It's the Olympia Amateur, so it's my first show. I've never done one. It's my first
I know.
show, right?
Yeah, because I kept telling you Juji to compete for a little while, but I think you never really thought you were good enough, maybe, or you just didn't align. But now it's because you gained so much muscle in the past few years. Like now it just makes sense. You look like a bodybuilder.
Well, you're one of the ones that convinced me to do it because last summer I got shredded for fun. I mean, I was just dieting for fun, and you were like, "Why aren't you doing a show?"
Yeah, that was in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, I was. I mean, I was pretty lean. What you say? I was like 2 weeks out, maybe, with that appearance.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
I mean,
So the Olympia Amateur is going to be your first show. Is that a big order, Mike? What do you think?
No, I mean, with the size that he is, it's not a big order.
No.
For an average guy, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the size of him, like, I feel bad for the people going against him. So.
Oh, see that, Juji?
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Different things from different places on the internet. So I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. No, I think you're good. Your strong points are like a lot of people's weak points, like your back and the conditioning. So that's going to be amazing. So, so you are how many weeks out?
9.5.
9.5. And so you've been prepping for your life?
About 4. Yeah. Well, I eat the same foods all year round. I never really go off season. So Dorian gave me like a diet last October, and I pretty much followed it exactly as it was up until a few weeks ago. And that was a maintenance diet. So I'm still eating, like, weighing out my food every day for like all year round.
Yeah, we do that. But maybe except those sweet potatoes you kept eating. You were obsessed with sweet potatoes for a while.
Yeah, he had to put it into my diet, like sweet potato. You can only have like one per day, or because he knew it was a psychological thing that he didn't know. He's like, what's going on with this guy and sweet potatoes? But I'm okay now. I'm not addicted to them anymore.
Yeah, he was, dude. Frank, when he was cheating, he would just want to eat more sweet potatoes.
What's wrong with you, man?
Like 1,000 grams of sweet potatoes would be a cheat meal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Come down here. We'll show you how to do it.
No, wait. I've actually had this sweet potatoes. So we cooked them in the, I think it was the air fryer.
Yeah.
And then he was putting like this fake syrup on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you put like, what did you put else on it?
Like candied yams almost?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like fake syrup and then Greek yogurt and then Splenda.
Yeah, it tastes like a cheat meal. So I
Psyllium, the last one?
Stevia.
Oh, I thought you said psyllium. I'm like, you shit your pants.
That's why this got shredded. You just shred everything out.
All that fiber from the sweet potato and then the psyllium, I'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah, so now the prep is getting a little bit harder. You're like 8.5 weeks out, you said, right? Or 9. And what's the hardest part now? Like, because like now I can see on your face, it's getting a little bit like, oh my God, now this is it. It's happening. The prep is happening. So what's the hardest part right now?
Just nighttime. It's the same with you guys. Like you start looking at the clock like, crap, I got to go to bed soon because I'm just going to be hungry and I won't be able to fall asleep fast enough to beat the hunger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you eat, sprint to bed.
Yeah. And I really hate off days from training. So I'm like training more because I get to eat more on my training days. I get to eat more on my leg days and my chest days. But on a non-training day, it's just like you're just starving all day long. I hate the feeling of just sitting around waiting. I honestly don't even know. I tracked calories last summer when I was just dieting for fun. But now that I'm doing the diet that Dorian gave me, he just has me at he just changes the amount of rice and ounces of meat, week by week. So it's just on my off days, it's like 150 grams of rice for like 5 meals or something. So that might be a lot. I don't know. It's going to happen later, but to me, it's not very much. I'm pretty active.
No, it's not a lot. You're getting down now. So I actually got a question for you and these two guys. So was there a moment in your prep or at some point that you just lost control and you cheat on your diet? Like you went off the map, you just cheat on your diet. Then what? Did you ever done that?
You're asking the wrong guy.
No, I know you wouldn't. This guy would eat oatmeal with no sweeteners when we were like 16 years old. I was like, what are you doing? Says, no, I'm just going like that. Then his dad one time made oatmeal. He added salt to it. I was so confused. So now because I knew your answer was no, because COC Jujimufu is one of the most disciplined and strictest athlete that I know and bodybuilders that I know. No, I can say he's a bodybuilder because look at how he looks. So of all the pros that I know, Juji, like you and Dorian are in my top 2, like guys who are the most disciplined all year round and all the people I know. Frank? No. So, but Frank, I will ask you this question. Is there, I know, is there a moment in any of the preps you had that you lost your shit and you started cheating uncontrollably?
Almost on a daily basis. Well, you know the story about when I turned pro.
Struggle.
Yeah, well, say
pro.
it. Say the story.
Okay, like I turned pro. It was in Saskatoon. And, I didn't know anything about dieting. It was just, I was eating a lot of yams then too. Yams, I didn't put nothing on it. There was no salt in my diet. There was no fats in my diet. It was just steak. Well, fats from the food I was having, but like the steak and stuff like that. But it was steak and yams. I ate like for 3 days straight. That's all I ate. But when I flew to Saskatoon. I was by myself, and I was so hungry, and I was going up the elevator, and you see the vending machine when you're going to your room, and I got a big bag of chips, a cookie, and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, oh, I just screwed everything up, man. It's over. And I won perfect score, like pro cards.
You sodium loaded.
Yeah, it worked. It went everything.
Yeah,
So, look better.
So that setup is $10 for the rest of his life.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah. So that's one of many stories. Like,
Oh, God.
yeah, I know you were not the strictest guy, but you always pulled it off because
Well-
you train hard.
Well, you know what? It's like even the last few shows I did, like even the best shows I did, I was having 2 cheat meals a week, and I was
Yeah.
told to do that.
Yeah.
So that made it easy.
Yes.
But like my first show, like when I didn't have a clue what I was doing, I'd have 0 cheat meals, and it just got to the point where I'd lose my mind and just go crazy. You know what I mean? Luckily, it all worked out. But
Yeah. What about Big Mike Van Wyck?
No, I never cheated.
You never went off track? Not even in your
The only
first
thing
shows?
I would overindulge in like sugar-free gum
Oh,
and like fucking like sweetener.
yeah. How many packs of
Like
gum?
I'd put a disturbing amount of Splenda into like a black coffee.
Oh yeah. That's
And I used to like steal them from Starbucks. So I'd have some at home, so I just take handfuls and like put in my pocket.
I'd go to Starbucks and after my cardio and get like an iced coffee because that to me was like like for cravings and something that tastes good.
Yeah.
I put like 7 sweetener in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And milk and everything. It's
Well,
dieting.
okay, let's ask Juju this. Is there something you know you could do better right now as far as like sweeteners and shit like that? What do you think?
No. No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe there is something. Yeah,
No, I'm trying.
yeah.
I think like for me, like as dumb as it sounds, like I don't weigh the pickle that goes into my meal. You know what I mean? It's like that's not. He doesn't put a pickle in my diet, but he says I can eat them. But I don't weigh like a pickle or half of a small tomato or like 8 baby carrots. So for me, I'm like thinking in my mind, well, those are calories too. He's not accounting for them. I don't want to screw up the process. So that to me is kind of like feeding into that I'm cheating type thing and I'm getting away with something.
Yeah.
But it's not 1,000 grams of sweet
No,
potatoes. It's like 8 carrots, 8 baby carrots and half a pickle.
Yeah, but the thing, if it's on the plan, if it's an apple, right? There's different size apples, but the thing is, cheating that's something that will like really affect like Doran's techniques and diet is that if you add variables that you're not letting him know, that's the thing. A lot of guys they eat try to be. So it's like you're supposed to eat like a white fish and you're eating chicken instead. And you're not telling Dorian. It's like this shit's different. Like chicken is high collagen. Maybe like you will react differently. Who knows, right? So there's things that the variables that people add without telling their coaches. This is like cheating sometimes. People think they're not cheating, but if you're adding like 3 packs of gum a day and then you look at it, there's like some carbs in it, I guess. Because if I would chew gum, I don't chew gum when I prep because if I take one, I can't stop.
Yeah, put the
I
whole
wonder
pack
why.
in.
It sounds like something else I have been doing.
Well, let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
I tell people when I get hungry, it's like 2 people getting hungry at the same time because I don't know. You guys are way bigger than I am. I mean, Mike, you're sitting around 300 something, and Frank and Antoine, you guys are like in 280-ish. I'm guessing. So
No, Antoine's
Am I-
280.
Frank's like, yes, I'm 280.
Yes. thank
well,
you.
Correct.
when a bigger guy gets hungrier because he's dieting, it's that much worse. Am I right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
think
I
so.
don't.
Yeah.
I would struggle with that the most as well, but I haven't done that in so long. It's not really a struggle anymore. So
Yeah. I think for me is that I think if your body goes into starvation mode and you get into that survival mode, like the body like starts freaking out because it thinks it's dying pretty much. Because in the wild, if you're on that deficit for so long, the body thinks there's danger. Then there's a sense of like emergency that's why you're on edge, like a lion that's hungry, like it's gonna be more aggressive. So I think everybody gets there, whatever their weight is. But I think for us, if Mike eats 150 grams of rice 5 times and then you eat, I think it depends on metabolism too, because I'm sure you probably get hungry because you've ate a lot of clean foods at some point. What's the most amount of clean food you ate in a day?
What the
Calorie-wise.
most? I don't know. What do you,
Like 5,000, over 5,000?
it's like
oh right, yeah. When I was bulking, I was at 6,000 calories a day.
Clean
yeah, because I
calories.
mean, look at like look at the amount of like you're your size and you're like so high energy, and like you seem to be like bang, 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 just like moving, right? It's like, of course, when calories get cut on you, it's gonna be like it's devastating,
Well,
right?
that's what I was going to ask Juji too. Is like you're prepping, dude. I've prepped before, and I'm not as crazy as Antoine. Like Antoine was doing hot yoga and I don't know all these crazy things, and like all the stuff that we see you doing, especially online, and you're dieting on top of that and doing cardio. How many calories you must be burning? You know what I mean?
I mean, a lot.
Yeah, like I don't know where you get the energy, but it's like wow, like dude, on top of the dieting and doing all that extra stuff. There you go. Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah, but doing all the extra stuff is like got to be tough right now too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm moving less, honestly. Like when the calories get lower, I'm finding myself moving, around my property less and less. It's like, oh, I need to carry this from the house out to the gym or vice versa, or load my car with this. I'm going to find an excuse now, like, fuck, I'm too tired to do it. You know what I mean? So my energy is getting cut from the calories like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So now let's go to training a little bit. So what would you describe? Because I know what you do, but what would you just describe your type of training? Because I know you mentioned to me that you're filming only the crazy shit, and the rest of the time you're doing bodybuilding stuff right now. Can you explain a little bit of that to Mike and stuff so you can chime in?
Yeah, so when you're watching me online, it's like, oh, okay, why is he maxing out on squats? Why is he doing flips during a bodybuilding prep? Like, what is he bodybuilding? Why is he doing this stupid freaking lift? You know what I mean? 8 weeks out, this doesn't make any sense. But that's how I'll start a workout, just to kind of get things going and get it primed. It's because I like to do something heavy just to kind of wake up my body and it just feels good. And then I'll go right into the bodybuilding work. And the thing is that, I don't know, like, that stuff doesn't film as well. So I don't film the bodybuilding work really at all. But that's what I'm spending most of my time doing, is all the isolation work, the hypertrophy work, all the stuff that you guys do. It's just I usually start a workout with something like explosive or heavy. And that's what people see me do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's what, it's like sex. It sells.
It's also gotten you the physique you have, right? Like, for you to train that way and for you to attack things like with such heavy weight and like doing these 1 rep out maxes and things like that, like your body's super acclimated to that. So it's not like if I did that, I'd fucking die. Like your warm up would kill me. Like I'd be like on the floor holding my back. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like you're acclimated to that workload, and that's why you carry as much muscle mass as you do, right? So I think that's why you'll have an easier time holding on to that muscle mass as opposed to a guy who might not be as like densely muscled as you from like the lifting you've done and the weight, the poundage you've moved.
It's going to transfer to the stage for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like, because I mean, that's why you see like the muscle kind of, a lot of powerlifters, their muscle doesn't like hang off of them. It's not like in chunks, like in pieces. Whereas you have like that bodybuilder physique, right? Because there's such a great foundation underneath that, like, even when you come down and you'll probably think you're like the skinniest you've ever been and looking stringy. Everyone else, you're like, what's this guy on, right? Like, what did he take? Meanwhile, it's just like quality training and like lifting properly for a long time, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, his back, Juji's back is like really, his lats, like I think like they have a really, really low insertion and they're really thick. And then you can see where the deadlifts has been done. Oh, this is all the deadlifts. Oh, these are like the rows. This is the aerials, because all the shit you did. Because all the acrobatics for sure will have an impact on your muscle.
Sure. You don't look at a gymnast development of their back.
Yeah,
and their lats. It's wild, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You say you need to do like you do stuff with the rings and stuff. Do you still do that kind of stuff?
That stuff's really hard when you're heavier, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Backflips are all right when you're heavier, but I do a little bit of ring work on chest day, not too much, just like some really heavy body weight flies after some really heavy dumbbell presses. Dude, when you do like some ring flies, that shit's hard. And then you go on a chest fly machine. I mean, I'm doing like a full stack for quality reps. I'm like, wow, that really got this motion primed really good. And then I can really get a huge freaking pump because I did something that took a lot of strength right before it, but I don't wear myself out on them. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm kind of talking about, doing like just a little bit of the heavy stuff before going into the hypertrophy work. But it does take longer though. Like, a typical bodybuilding workout probably takes you guys, what, about an hour and 20 minutes?
Not me, but yeah.
Yeah, he does
I
an
can do it
hour.
quicker.
He does an hour.
Yeah,
There's
but
an hour, but he fits 2 hours of work in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you never do giant sets, right, Juji? Like you mostly do like super sets sometimes, straight sets, drop sets. What do you do right now for training, bodybuilding?
straight sets work really well for me. So I do a lot of straight sets, and then sometimes I'll do challenge sets, depending on the body part. So like quad extension works great for me for like, you start with like occlusion and then you drop that off and then you do the weight and then you drop set and then you change your positioning. So you have a mechanical drop set all in one thing right at the end of doing a few straight sets. Screw you up pretty good. I like that a lot. Certain body parts don't respond as well to that for me. So my shoulders, for example, they do pretty well in just straight sets. I don't have to really do a lot of crazy creative things with that muscle group. But
well, you'll have to try because I don't know if can we say it about September?
Yeah. I'm gonna come.
He's coming down in September. So newsflash, Jujimufu is coming down to Pure Muscle Fitness in September, and you should try some train with me and Big Mike for fun, and we do some giant chest shit and just like different type of stuff. Because for sure, I was always doing pyramid and then one challenge set before, but since I train with him, it's like the pump are just different. You'll see like you might take a lot of stuff back into your training and pick and choose what you really liked with Mike. But we're for sure we're gonna do some training with him if you're down for it. Because it's always good to learn. It's like that one time I did chess with Milo Sarchev. I was like, what the fuck? My chest has never been like. Of course, I was post show, but I was like, man, it was medium, lightweight, just giant sets, and just the chest. He was correcting me, and that's the thing. Sometimes like we train hard, and but I'm sure you probably have better form than 90% of the people who train ever in bodybuilding. But sometimes when Mike is there, he's going to tweak some things as you do it that you didn't think of, and that will make a big difference. So it's going to be cool when you come down and we get a few trains with Mike. If he has time, I'm sure you do, right?
Make time.
Make time. Yeah, we don't have time. We make time. And
I'm ready to crack the elbows.
Yeah. What? Crack the elbows.
Chest up, crack the elbows.
Yeah. What did you say yesterday? You said something else. I was like, did you say like something that you did a word when he was like doing the squats? What was with squats? You said something about the knees, like shoot the knees or snipe the knees or
Snap the knees.
Snap the knees. Something about the knees. You used a word. I was like, here's another word. Nobody will understand. But he used funny words. But if you ask him why, he said, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of your videos, so I've already taken some cues. So, Mike, I think you have so much knowledge to share, and pretty soon, I think you're going to explode. People are going to find out more about you and be like, wow, this guy's like, it's different. What you're teaching is different, and it's really cool. Like I said,
wow, this guy's full of shit.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so. But no, dude, like I think people are going to find out about you pretty soon.
No, for sure.
It's just a matter of time, man.
Reaching out. People are reaching out. Now they have like people in the industry and stuff. Like, yeah. But cool. Yeah. So it is cool, and I'm glad that we got Mike over here in the gym there, and I'm happy to call him as a good friend now. So I think we have starting to have a solid team at Pure Muscle and Fitness, and even at HD Muscle, because we're all with HD Muscle. This is not an HD Muscle podcast, even though it's like right here, and even though we're all HD Muscle athletes.
It's not that though.
But no, it's not that. It's Pure Muscle Radio. But I'm really happy and grateful about all the guys being involved right now, and of course, like I've been friends with Juji for like since 2002.
I watched all those videos
before the internets, almost. It was almost before the internets. So that's cool. So I'm really looking forward to you coming in September. So do we have a few more questions for Juji? Or
I got a question for Juji. So I know they posted a picture of you doing your posing somewhere online, and no matter how good you look or how bad you look, someone's gonna say good stuff and someone's gonna say bad stuff. And I was wondering, does that affect you at all, or did you ever see any of that stuff? I'm sure you see it.
It affects me definitely. Nick Strength of Power posted a thing about the physique, and it was almost overwhelmingly negative comments, and that doesn't make me feel good, especially since I know I'm doing everything right. I'm not fucking cheating. I'm not adding sweeteners to my damn food. I'm weighing everything. I mean, I'm working out. I'm living in my damn gym for a week. It's eat, sleep, train, repeat, and I'm doing everything is perfect. It's just I haven't put in the time, and like you guys have year after year, and my genetics are, they create a certain whatever the fuck it is. And I was still reading those. I'm like, well, damn, you know what I mean? So it sucks, but what am I going to do? Not do this?
You know what though? I think that's going to happen. Like even they said something about Antoine lately, just because he wasn't training, he was injured, he wasn't training.
Yeah,
but watch when he comes back. It's people be eating their words, and it kind of fuels me because I've had the same thing happen to me. It was like someone took a picture of me. I was somewhere, I think we were in Brazil or something, and someone saw me and said, "Man, you're 4 weeks out. You look like shit." And then I did like a show, and I got like fourth, and I got third, and I looked pretty good.
Yeah, you were shredded.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's and then all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, I knew you looked amazing. You're great." Right? But people are always going to shit on you if you're not, like they're looking at you. You're not show ready, and I'm like, did they realize that he's not there yet? Like he's prepping.
Yeah, and let me add something, Juji, is that pictures and videos, they have a certain look. Some people, they really look really good when their shape is super nice, right? In the pictures and videos, but on stage, if you're live on stage, some people sometimes they see pictures like, oh, this guy got robbed. But if you're gonna be there in person with your eyes, seeing the muscle twitch and contracting and the veins popping and the muscle, the like flexing, it's like the 3D look and the density, like you're gonna be in person to see the full effect of that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, once you show up on stage ready and your delts will be pumped up and the back will be striated and all that stuff, like, because you're gonna be a super heavy, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get below 220. I'm 240 right now.
No, yeah. So you'll be a super heavy. So the thing with super heavies, and most of them are really soft. And if a super heavy is shredded, and doesn't have like that much lagging body parts, he places really, really well. If not, he wins. So people can talk shit all they want. They're behind the screen. They saw a frame or two. They have a reaction. They post. So that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That doesn't fucking matter. You know what matters, Juji? That you're doing the work every fucking day like you're doing. And we're all proud of you. I'm proud of you. And you know what else matters? The day of the show.
Yeah.
You give your all then. And you listen to all the things the coach says before that. That's all that matters. People, they will talk shit. They will talk good. The negative comments, the positive ones, they don't matter. Both of them don't matter. What matters is how you see yourself and the effort you do. How's that?
You also
pretty good, right?
You also got to understand that the people that are talking shit about you are also doing that for a reason. So they're not doing it just for like, oh, I'm better than you and I can critique you. It's like, no, I want to bash this guy down a bit and fuck up his confidence a bit. So maybe if I'm doing that same show as him or my buddy is or my training partner, then I make that guy feel like shit, right? But I think you have a leg up on a lot of these guys that you're going to go against because like we talked about earlier, like that dense muscle you have, not really found, right? It's like, yeah, you haven't been bodybuilding for this amount of time and doing this and doing this and this, but like you've accrued muscle mass that like the guys on stage, yeah, some of them might be like bigger than you and more inflated than you, but I guarantee you your conditioning and your density of muscle will stand out in front of everybody.
Yeah, I'm confident.
Well, you know what's even like I don't know if you guys saw a thing about it's on Instagram lately. Like some guy watching the Olympics and he's in bed and some guy like does a dive and like it's not perfect, or some guy does a whole bunch of backflips and like one slips one step, and the guy's like in his bed eating chips and goes, "That guy sucks."
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the people that are talking shit.
And these people,
some fat guy probably just does, doesn't even train legs or something is talking.
And
shit
these
about
guys
you,
that have these shows on the internet, we won't say their name because I don't want to promote them, but they're fucking like, you're this big, dude.
Yeah.
And you're talking shit about guys who like work their ass off to like go on shows. I understand like these people are doing a job and they're trying to promote and they're creating buzz in the industry and creating storylines and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like you're also a shit talker and a shit disturber, and you haven't lived the life that you're bashing people for living, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like I've never sat there and just went to a comment section of a video about someone I didn't know and just wrote a shit comment. I was like,
Yeah,
wait, who does that? You know what I mean? Like
I've
these
never
people
done that either.
exist. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even constructive. It's just bad. But, you know, I appreciate you guys' votes of confidence. So it means a lot to me. But yeah, the negative comments don't change my actions. But, you know, when you're reading them, you're like, oh, you feel bad.
Yeah, a
And
little
then
bit,
you,
yeah.
Well,
No, I
you
get
just
it.
have to move
Yeah.
on, you know?
Juji, I can tell you one thing: no matter who shows up, if you can beat anybody, even if they're a better physique, if your condition's there, which I know you're going to be, because I know you work with Dorian, and you're, like I said, Antoine said, you do everything perfect. Not to say anything about myself, but I've beaten people that were better than me, and just because I was in better shape, just because my condition was better, I beat Mr. Olympia.
Oh, Brent Curry? Yeah, back
Just
then.
because I was in better shape. He blew me out of the water, but I was just in better shape.
2013.
13, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, it's just the conditioning means so much, and some people just don't even like. Yeah, lots of people can get big and full and stuff like that, but a lot of people can't get that crazy conditioning. Even the top guys, like, not a lot of people get everything. You know what I mean?
No.
You see guys who miss the mark every year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're supposed to be the best in the world, and they cannot get in condition.
It's
Yeah,
It
not
seems
easy.
like it would be like the easiest aspect to like get shredded
Yeah.
and come
Everybody's worried
down.
about
But
being big, though, I think.
everyone, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's worried about like, am I big though? Still, it's like, well, get fucking shredded and you'll look massive.
Yeah.
Like you'll look so fucking big if you're so shredded
Yeah.
that everyone
How
else
much-
is embarrassed.
How much do you guys think? I was thinking about this. Like, I think my conditioning is going to be really good because I think it's, you know, it's a lifetime of never being fat. You know, I've never really been overweight, but also I think there has to be a genetic component. Like, people talk about, oh, his insertion points are low or they're high, or you know, they have a long arm or something. How much do you think conditioning is genetics like that then?
I think, well, for me, I think I have a bit more genetically to get leaner easier. Obviously, because I didn't do much cardio, I didn't eat perfect, and I got shredded. And it's just hard for some people. But you know what the thing is? It doesn't matter if it's hard for someone. That just means you got to do more work. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like, someone's taking more gear, more drugs, more everything. I remember I was doing a show, and my coach wanted me to take growth hormone, and I'm like, dude, I can't afford growth hormone. I've never taken growth hormone. He said, well, you're going to be at disadvantage. And I still beat guys that were like on everything because I think I just did what they wouldn't. I suffered more, maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
One piece of sugar-free gum instead of 4.
Yeah. No crispy minis that day.
Yeah. So what do you think, Mike, about the genetics? Then we're gonna end on that.
I mean, I think if you're predisposed to like be a high revving metabolism and you're like always been like kind of like a wiry, like lean kid, and you've probably come up playing sports your whole life and like all the tumbling you've done in gymnastics. I don't know if that's what's referred to gymnastics or not, but it's just like, yeah, tricks. It's like all that is like promoting a lean body mass, right? So you're not going to see a fat dude doing that shit.
I had
You're not going to see like, you're not going to see a gymnast with love handles or like a tumbler with love handles, right? So it's like you're in a prime position, like, and when we see you on Instagram or whatever doing these videos, even when you're like out of shape, like you're fucking leaner than.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
all of us.
There's
All of
guys,
us.
yeah, you're leaner than all of us, but you're also the guys you're going against. They're not walking around at
No.
whatever 28 weeks out or whatever you might be then looking like that. They're fucking balloons, like, and they got to like diet to get to that.
That's
you're
your
well ahead of them.
normal.
Yeah,
That's his normal.
that's what I mean.
his
Like
normal
I don't
shape is
even know.
like-
I don't even know what you're doing to diet. You should just be like, just drop water and go on stage.
Yeah.
Like,
All right. So, Juji, you know, grab all this fuel for the rest of the 2 months of prep, and stay motivated, stay positive, but you know, be confident, but don't slow down. All right.
Mhm.
And I love you.
and
I love you guys too.
invite us down to the gym.
Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah.
September 2.
I got all the food. I'll feed you guys what you want. You know, we got all the machines you need, man.
Oh, his gym. Yeah. Oh, you're in the gym right now.
Yeah, I live in here.
Yeah. Dude, he did a video. He stayed a week in the gym. I had to call him to get him out of there.
Yeah. Hey, we got. You guys know what this one is?
Yeah, this is Mike's favorite.
Pendulum squat. I mean, we got it all. So, you got everything you guys need in here. Yeah, definitely come down. I'll house you and feed you and everything you need.
Yeah.
I already told you I'd be down there.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
ready
He
to
told
go.
me a while ago actually. Oh, let's go to Juji's place. It would be kind of cool to have a bodybuilding camp there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go check out Juji's Instagram at Jujimufu. All right. And his website, jujimufu.com. He has lots of ebooks, lots of like knowledge on there about flexibility, recovery, and there's all this kind of crazy, wacky training, and also like, whatever your goal is, Juji will help you reach them with his ebooks there. So jujimufu.com, go check that out. Code AB10, I'm joking.
Get smelling salts too, because they're
Yeah, exactly. Mike,
all you want, yeah.
you love the smelling salt. So the smelling salt, the power tiers do, and Juji uses it on that website. So yeah, and make sure you subscribe to our channel here, the Pure Muscle channel. This is where we put the podcast. It's on Apple, Spotify. Hello, Ra. Is there another one? YouTube.
the internet.
The internet.
Interwebs.
All right. So thank you for watching. See you next time. And stay hard. Stay hard. Stay hard.
Where are you in with a clap?